Welcome to episode number 9 of its Striker Tunes Relocation franchise series, and today I'm just playing the Snakes, or I'm playing, or today I'm playing, playing with my Snakes. As we're in the AL Wildcard game against the A's at home, and I'm not sure if I showed you the stand-ins or not. I think I did, but I don't remember, but just in case you skipped the last part of the video, let's just do a refresher quickly. Yankees won the East, had the best record in the American League. Twins won the Central. Astros won the West. Snakes and A's are the two wildcard teams. Indians finished the game back. Braves clinched the East and the best record in the National League. Cubs clinched the Central. Mariners clinched the West. And the Diamondbacks and the Phillies are the two wildcard teams. And also the Marlins, they won 10 straight. And that's because they won 10 straight, 10-0 in their last 10, obviously, to end the year. So they went from 73 and 79 to 83. So they finished 4 games above 500, but they finished 4 days back. And then yeah, that's really it. So we didn't really have any leaders or anything. Their budget's pretty good. If you look at our pitcher rotation, it'll be Blake Snell starting, by the way. It won't be Trevor Richard because he's a September top, along with Manuel Margot, who did play in the last game of the regular season, which I posted like 2 weeks ago. The video says 2 weeks ago. It was over 2 weeks ago, but it's like 2.5. He won't be on the team along with Manuel Margot because they're September tops and they're not eligible for the playoffs. Technically, I'm not in the playoffs yet, so that's why I'm still there. But last now on a relief pitcher, Castillo, Drake, May, save in the last game of the season. He ended up going 2 for 4 on saves, 13 holds. He had a 5.91 ERA, almost a 6 ERA, and over 1.5 WHIP. And then we have Alvarado Rogers, twin. He finished the year with a .88 ERA and a .74 WHIP. I mean, his career ERA is 2.68 and his career WHIP is 1.06. So, I mean, look at this year. Best year. 24 out of 26 on saves. Then the first 21 of those saves were the Twins. So I only got 3 with the Snakes. But, I mean, it's 4.4 this year, 4.5 next year, and the next year after that. He has a center slider turbo. I think he has a fastball. For some reason, this game doesn't have a fastball. But he's a beat potential, 89 overall. I mean, he's been in the majors since 2016 with the Twins. I just never knew that. And then we have Nick Anderson, who ended up going 51 with 61 on saves, and the Chapman and Anderson finished tied with the most saves in the American League and the whole MLB, 51. And they both blew a save in the last game of their regular season, which was last episode, obviously. So yeah, in our lineup, I think we're facing a righty. So I'm not sure. If we are, do I put Jones at the DH or do I put someone else? Because then Martinez is 1 point better, or do I put like maybe Mitch as a DH or something? Because it's I don't know. But first of all, not sure who we're facing, but let's advance the day. And by the way, the Dallas Stars just won 5-4 over the Avalanche in Game 7 overtime. Also, Twins had a doubleheader sweep over the Tigers. This should be going up on Saturday. Hopefully I can do 3 videos, because remember, I have a 3-day weekend, Labor Day on Monday. Hopefully I can do 3 more videos. And we'll be sure 20 postseason. Game 1 of the World Series between the Philadelphia Phillies or the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays. And then Man 21 face the franchise. And then hopefully I can do a 3rd video. Or really another video. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be like playoffs in my Austin Nuts NHL 20 suspension draft franchise series. I'm not sure. It could just be another episode of this. Could be another postseason episode. Could be career mode franchise, face the franchise, and Madden 21. Well, it could be anything. So yeah, it's advanced today. And Marwin is also the player of the game. The last day of the regular season. I don't think you knew that though. I'm not sure, but now you do. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, it's really bright. Congratulations, the Snakes, MLB, have finished the season 97 and 65, .599 winner percentage. you have made the postseason as a wildcard team and will be playing the A's in the first round of the postseason. Regular season has come to an end, and we are in the playoffs. Okay.
The regular season is winding down, but the postseason races are heating up.
Yeah. Oh.
Nail-biting action went down. Starting in the
So I got a notification that Gonzalez won a Gold Glove.
They now have 9 straight. Heading into the day, the Yankees sit in first place in the American League Eastern Division.
We do have some awards. I don't have any awards. One award. Gonzalez scored. I think I looked at it. I remember now. I think I did look, but for date September 28, 2020, manager subject glove award. Marwin Gonzalez, Gold Glove. Let's go over the awards, but I don't. MVP, JD Martinez, I think, and AL, Ronald Acuna Jr. in the NL, Zion, Kershaw, and Cole, which I think that's who would be facing the AL wildcard game. Max Kepler won the batting title for Freddie Freeman in the NL. Reliever of the year Andrew Miller and Ken Giles in the Blue Jays. Rogers was third, Chapman was second. And then rookie of the year, Rama Arias, Luis Robert, and actually Jordan Bogdanovich is down. I guess he was 11-1 with a 2.559 ERA. And then Monty Harris was first, rookie of the year, and then Sterling Sharp and Zadie Vincent. Sorry about that die. And Hank Aaron, Ron Acuna Jr., and JD Martinez. I think we don't have to go through all the Gold Gloves and stuff. And I'm gonna shut this guy up. So I think if I'm looking correctly. Okay, so no games this day, and there's no day on Wednesday, Thursday or anything. Then at 9:05 Eastern, because it's on the West Coast and stuff, it's Phillies and the Diamondbacks, Nola versus Daly. And then for this game, I think if I'm looking correctly, yeah, correction. I said we were going to face Garrett Cole in the AL wildcard. Correction. The Yankees, the winner of the AL wildcard game, will play the Yankees in the ALDS. So it's Sean Sean Manaea versus Blake Snell. And I'm not, how do I get this guy? Well, sorry about this inside the show guy. I don't know how to get rid of him, but, yeah. Let's see. That's 3, 2, 1. Who won? Arizona won. They played the Braves in the NLDS. And then the other series is the Cubs and Dodgers. And the other series is the Twins and the Astros in the ALDS. Yes, and the Yankees are going to play the winner of this game. Both controllers, by the way. I want to see how they won. Oh, 4-3, but the Phillies got 2 in the 9th. Kelly got the win, so I just to start the Diamondbacks did the win. Nola got the loss. And then Princeton got the win, or got the save. And got 3 in the first and 1 in the 7th. And the Phillies got 1 in the 5th and then 2 in the 9th, but lost. 7:05 Eastern is obviously 10 of their saying this Eastern time is Tampa Bay. My time is right in front of the camera, but you can't see it at us because it's high enough. But she's like right. See that? Why she's not in the camera? But yeah, both controllers. Here we go. And the next day, obviously, then these 2 games, the 2 series, are both NLDSs, and then 4 games this day. Yeah. It's Bruce and Grandy for game 1 over there. Robbie Ray versus Mike Fulton Edge for the Diamondbacks and Braves, and then Yu Darvish versus Clinton Kershaw. That's game 2. Game 1 is Hendricks versus Buehler. And for game 1 of the Diamondbacks and Braves series, it's Bumgarner versus Sotora. Mike Soter. It's Mad Bum versus Mike Soroka. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Here we go. Obviously, the Snakes that don't have a logo are the gold controller, and the A's are the blue controller. So, yeah. Holding points for us, but you can't choose that. And you don't get to see a player. That's for status for the A's, rooting points for the A's. And once it loads, Metrodome, because that's our home stadium. Herbert 8th Century Metrodome holds 46,564, opened in 1982. First Nation Mode broadcast theme song, the show theme becomes on. And yeah. Lefty versus lefty, 93 versus 81. Here we go. Do or die. Yeah, I have Ariano. What do we have? We have Wendell playing. Because it isn't a lefty, just these lineups. No, I might switch it in the menu, but not gonna play Wendell. I have Martinez, that's just a DH. I don't know, he's a 76 now. We have Choi, Gonzalez. I mean, honestly, I think I'm not gonna do any changes. We have Mitch in right, so it looks like what we have is Martinez at DH. We have Renfro in left. We have Rosario in center. We have Hanader in right. Taking out Meadows. I don't know. Does he have a lot of power in his lefties? Well, it's 75-73. And then, well, actually, I don't really want to. They have him there because then there's in the lineup there's only 3 lefties: Lau, Rosario, and then Choi. And for some in real life, he's a switch hitter now. But in this world, he still is a lefty. So I think that's a. Yeah, no, I'm gonna put Mitch in there because I wouldn't. But he's in there because technically a lefty, so as many righties as possible, or at least like he's also a hitter, he'll bat from the right side, obviously. And over here, Kemp, Simeon, Olsen, Davis, Biscotti, Chapman, Pender, Mark Cannon won't be playing, or Grossman, but maybe I'll change that. I mean, technically, I don't know, because they would only have 2 lefties. It's Tony Kemp and Matt Olson, so then I'm not gonna make any changes. Yeah, I'm not. So on the Flash first game, and Matt Vesters did not turn out at all. Here we go. And also we have won at least 8 straight, but that was in the regular season, obviously. At least 8 straight. Yeah. We are here at the Herbray Country Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis for the 2020 AL Wildcard Game between the Oakland A's and the Dry Creek Snakes. Hi there, everybody. Vinny J is 242 18 mandate. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball here on the show. As a winner of this game will play the New York Yankees in the ALDS. That series does start on Friday in the state, obviously. So at the Herbray Country Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis. And yeah, you can see Snell 220 strikeouts. Maeda, the 2 starters for both of these games led the starters for this game for both teams led their team with strikeouts. The AL Wildcard Game on the show comes their way next. It's the wild card playoff on the show, and it comes your way next. Late Snell. 33 starts in the regular season, 12-10 record, 3.58 ERA, 193 and 2/3 innings, 186 hits, 1.33 WHIP, 72 walks, and 220 strikeouts. The stars for both of these teams. For the starting pitcher for both of these teams, Sean Maeda, or the starting pitcher for both teams led their team with strikeouts. Here we go. And we're on your way from downtown Minneapolis. That's all. Tapper, fielded by Choi, throw to Snell, and he beat the A's player to the bad one down, and we got the ball game. And here's the starting lineup for the Oakland A's. Ramon Laureano, Tony Kemp, Marta Simeon, Matt Olson, Chris Davis DH, Steven Biscotti, Matt Chapman, Chad Penner, and Sean Murphy. Here's Tony Kemp. That's all number off the end of the bat, or towards the handle of the bat. Throw to first by Sano is in time. 2 down. There's Simeon, who had 31 home runs in the regular season. That's a ground ball. It's on a tough play for Lau. Throw to first and over. 1-2-3 to the A's. Since coming to bat, no score in the AL wild card game. Sean Manaea, 33 starts in the regular season, 15th record, 4.22 ERA, 192 innings, 211 hits, 1.41 WHIP, 59 walks, and 171 strikeouts. There's Brandon Lau. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him. That's all numbers. That's against the shift. That won't get down. And then it will go all the way to the wall. Or to the warning track. Pinder will throw it in. And it's a leadoff double for Lau. And that's his first postseason hit. And his first postseason at bat. And here comes Martinez, the DH. Hit 20 home runs in the regular season. Ryan Talon's waving here at the Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis. 2-1 count. That's all number. Throw to first by 10, 1 down, but Laudo's over to third base. They're not playing Meadows. They have Haniger and Wright. And here's the starting lineup for the Dry Creek Snakes. Brandon Loud, Jose Martinez at DH, Eddie Rosario playing center field, Miguel Sano, Mitch Haniger, Hunter Renfroe playing left field, Marwin Gonzalez, G-Man Shoya, and Mike Zanino. Obviously, Loud's been at 1,000 because he made the double. Here's Rosario. Rosario pops it up, or flies one, and it is caught by Pinder. And I'll throw it to third, but the runner at third will not test it. And there's Sano. I completely forgot the runner, but I think it was too shallow to Ted anyways. 1-2 count. That was a Hayden slider, and it's hit up the middle base hit. Miguel Sano with an RBI single in the bottom of the first. And the Snakes score first in the AL wildcard game. It's 1-0 in the bottom of the first. And here comes Haniger. So they got along with Mount Smith is not in the starting lineup, which Haniger is though. And both of them they got via trade from Seattle. 1-0 count. 1-2. That was a Hayden slider to Sano, and Sano hit it at the middle. It's an RBI single. Sano, and it's 1-0 Snakes in the bottom of the first. 1-2 count. He snapped his bat, but that will get past it. Don't even Kemp, and Bastani will just throw it to third. 2 on, 2 out now. A lot of soft contact, and here comes Renfroe. With 30 home runs, 70 RBIs in the regular season. That's a ground ball, and he'll throw a second for the fourth, and the inning's over. Then to a 2-out RBI single by Miguel Sano. The score is the Snakes 1 and the A's 0. There's Olsen. Swing and a miss. And here's the umpire sign for the 2020 AL wildcard game. Yana plays Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Hero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road. That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
Here's the umpire sign for the 2020 AL wildcard game. Behind the player, Ed Drummond at first base, Clyde Washington at center base, Earl Hendricks, and at third base, Woody Tedler. 100% full. 77 degrees and clear outside, no wind inside, obviously. Scheduled for a pitch 7:05 p.m. local time, but they're saying Eastern. We sent like replace the Relocation and rebranded the Rays. Swing and miss, straight 3. Blew the fastball right by Olsen, first strikeout of the game for Snell. Here comes Chris Davis, who, yes. You know he does, 3-1 hitters count. And he popped it up. Can Choi get there? He hit the first base umpire, but it will hit the bullpen mound foul ball. Chris Davis led the majors in home runs in 2018. 3-2 count. That's a snap bat. And other throw to first by Snell, 2 down. It's the third straight year that the A's have been in a wild card game. First one, 2018, they lost to the Yankees in the Bronx. Last year they lost against the Rays at home, and now here. And now this year in 2020, they're then playing the Snakes here on the road at the Herbert A. Country Metrodome. That's all pop-up, a lot of soft contact. Haniger's coming in, and he makes the catch and somersault in foul territory afterwards. And the inning's over. Mitch Haniger saved at least 2 bases because then, or at least it saved a hit, and now it's not a dead camera work. Middle of 2, 1-0 Saints. And here comes Marwin Gonzalez. And G-Man showing the Mike Zanino. That's a pop-up. A lot of soft contact. And it's caught by Olsen on the postseason low doing foul territory. 1 down. And there's G-Man showing. And then Mike Zanino. And then the top of the order. As a shift on. And that's all number. And now when it past the diamond. Third baseman. First hit of the postseason of showing his first postseason at bat. As that was all number. And here comes Mike Zanino. On down. That's a ground ball. Pass. Camped over the 9-3 is Piscotti. Not in time. 2 on, 1 out for the Snakes. In the bottom of the 2nd. Here comes Lau. 1 for 1 with a double and scored the only first run for the Snakes. Bat first inning. Set in bat and set in. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sean Manea's first strikeout. And here comes Jose Martinez. That's a ground ball. Throw to first by Tampa, and the A's get out of it. Saints strand up here. Woodford 2 and the Walker game. Score is the Saints 1 and the A's 1. I mean, the score is the Saints 1 and the A's 0. There's Matt Chapman. That's all number. And then the shift on, so Troy didn't do anything. Goes all the way to the wall in front of the 327 sign. And that's going to be the first hit of the game in the postseason of the A's, and that's the tying run. And here comes Chad Pinner. Foul ball. 1-2 down. That's a pop-up. Choi in foul territory. He'll make the catch. 1 down. Here's the A's. At least he had the runner over to third. Instead, he pops it up. And here comes Sean Murphy. Who two home runs in the regular season. That's a ground ball to the right side. Got the runner over, but there's 2 outs. Runner at third, 2 outs now for the top of the order. So a double, a pop out to Choi in foul territory. And here comes Ramon Laureano. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2 blew the fast right by him. Forcing fastball at 95 miles per hour. Foul tip held by Zanino. And the A's string the time run at third base. We're through 2.5. The score is still 1-0 Snakes. Here's Rosario playing center field. He's got Renfro in left and Haniger in right. That's a fly ball line drive. Going back is Laureano, and he makes the catch. 1 down. It's 4-8 to center field here at the Metrodome. And Mendoza now 1 for 1 with a 2-out RBI single in the first inning. That's a line drive and Sano is 2 for 2 in the game in the postseason. Mendoza's a long just to the right of the 327 sign, and Sano 2 for 2 with a double single and right now an RBI. Could score a run though. And here comes Haniger, who singled. 1-2 down. That's a pop-up. A lot of soft contact. Not a lot, but there's been... And it's caught by Kemp in shallow right field. 2 down. And here comes Hunter Renfro. Trying to send the Saints lead. 2 down. That's a ground ball. Just past... Didn't hit Sano. Almost did. Throw to first by Simeon. His low pitch by Olsen. We got to the 4th. Still 1-0 Snakes. There's Tony Kemp, due up for the A's. 2-3-4 in the top of the 4th. 1 on down. That's a pop-up. He's jamming him. And Sano was under it 1 down as he makes the catch of foul territory. I mean, Snell's just throwing everything that's almost inside and they're jamming him. I mean, that's like the 5th pop-up. That's a ground ball. Backhanded by Choi. Throw to first. Snell beats Simeon to the first base. Bad 2 down. There's a top pitch speed comparison. 96 miles per hour for Snell and 91 miles per hour for Sean Manea. 2-1 count. Swing in a minute on a 14 fastball, 95 miles per hour. That was on the inside corner. Here we have a 2-2 count now. And he barely got a piece of that slider at 87 miles per hour. Low and maybe a bit inside or outside. 2-2 count. That's a ground ball, another one of those. And Olsen's on, representing the tying run. 2 out singles. They're thinking, I mean, it's really a swimming bunt. But he did it jam. There's Dave. I said Chris Davis in my Rockies franchise in this world. I got him from the A's via trade. Here he's still on the A's. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. Choi's gonna go to second. And the inning's over. Middle of 4. The score is still 1-0 Snakes. Here's Gonzalez. That was another nose on a 3-1 hitter's count, and it's bunched by Liriano. But Gonzalez will stay at first, lead up man for the Snakes in the bottom of the 4th. Here comes G-Man Choi, 2-1 count. Now with a Hayden slider, he beat it in the center field. Perfect, 2-on, nobody out for the Snakes. In the bottom of the 4th, trying to extend that lead. Here we go. Here's Zanino. Top of the order to follow. That's a fly ball. That ball is hit well. Retreating is Piscotti. Makes the catch on the edge of the warning track. Choi is tagged in. Throw to third by Temp. Is not in time. Alright, so Gonzalez is tagged in, and he's standing up. Here's Lau. Double play depth. Runners at corners, 1 out. 1-on count. That's a fly line drive, and it is caught. And now they're gonna. Gonzalez goes, I'll say a halfway up down the line, maybe less, and he's a bluff. He goes back. Here's Martinez. 2-2 count. That's it. A long way. That will be caught. That will score Gonzalez. It bangs off the baddie, and they're gonna send the runner. Throw home by Kemp. Safe. It's a 2-run double for Jose Martinez. 3-0 States. Perfect hit by Martinez on the slider. 1-on count to Rosario now. Ground ball on the slider in the same spot when Martinez had the perfect. That wasn't perfect. Then it's not a 2-run double. Then to a 2-run double by Jose Martinez. The score is 3-0 Snakes. Top 5. Snakes up 3-0. Here's Biscotti. That's a ground ball. And the A's, I mean, they're trying to. Their third wild card in. Third straight year in the AL wild card in. They lost the first 2. And third time the charm. But they're down 3-0. That's a ground ball. They have the shift on. He hit it. Trying to hit it that way because Choi's off the. Choi's the only guy on the right side of the infield. That's a little pop up, and Haniger was over, but he can't get there. Halfway to the cycle is that guy, and they have a base runner. And here comes Shaq Pinner. That's a ground ball. Fielded by Choi. Second one to the pitcher. Covering still double play. Halfway home in the AL wild card game. The score is 3-0 Snakes. Here's Sano, who's 2 for 2 in the game with a single double and RBI. Maybe a run 2. That's a pop up. And to shift on, so Olsen was the only guy on the right side of the infield. He'll make the catch in shallow right field. 1 down. And then Haniger, 1 for 2, a single in the first inning. Single after Sano's RBI single. That's all. Tapper has 47 speed. The pitcher has to charge. Throw to first. Safe. As he looked out actually, but outside no challenge. And field single for Haniger. That's a ground after B2. And step in the bat. Debatable decision. But they still did a double play. We're headed to 6th, still 3-0 Snakes. 9-1-2 drew up for the A's in the top of the 6th. Sean Murphy in the top of the order. And Ramon Laureano and then Tony Temp. That's a ground ball. Throw to first by Lau, 1 down. By the way, next episode will be obviously opening the 2021. If we lose this game, if we win this game, then it'll be game 1 of the ALDS against the Yankees in the Bronx. Because obviously they'll have home field advantage. foul ball. So obviously then after that it'll be the first elimination game, which could be, it'll be game 3 or 4. That's a little looper, and then we'll fall in front of Rosario. 1 out single for the A's. They have 4 hits, Saints have 10. Difference is the Saints have 3 runs, A's have 9. And here comes Tony Temp. That's another. Sano's gonna feel it. Second one. First zips it over, double play. We're through 5.5. The score is still 3-0 Saints. Here's Gonzalez. No action in either bullpen. The A's are really struggling right now. That's a ground ball. Go to first, 1 down. And that Marlon Gonzalez be a trade from Minnesota. Here's G-Man Choi, 2-2 with 2 singles and a run scored. That's a pop up. Coming in is Chad Pinner, and he makes a catch. 2 down. There's Mike Zunino. 1 count. That was a slider, just below the zone by, I would say, 3 or 4 inches. He fouled it back. 1-2 count. Shift is on. That's a little looper, and then we'll fall in front of Piscotty. 2 out single for Zunino. Here comes the top of the order, Brandon Lau. Needs a home run and a triple for the cycle. If he didn't have a triple and home run, or it's a natural cycle. If he did it the other way around, and it's a cycle. And they're starting to warm up. Why is their bullpen so bad? They have literally 6 guys. They're starting to warm up Louis Trevano in the bullpen. The energy of Sean Manea is in the yellow. Foul ball. That's a ground ball. Up the middle, base hit. 2 on, 2 out for the Saints in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to extend their lead past 3 because the A's, I mean, they're in the wild card spot for a reason. Here's Martinez with a 2-run double off the baddie earlier in the day. And here comes a new pitcher. Around the base, our responsible Sean Manea. 63 appearances in the underseason. Yeah, the 2-run double in the 4th inning off the baddie and straight away right field. 1 on count. Right versus right. That's a ground ball. Not down by Olsen, but he throws it to Reno, and he sits in the bat, and the inning's over. A's 9 more outs to work with, down by 3. We'll be back. Here we go. Here's Marcus Semien. That's a ground ball. There you go. No one's there. That would have been a routine ground ball to Lau. Instead, there was no one there. And here comes Olsen with a chance to get on and bring the time onto the plate. And that is inside. 2-1 now. That's a ground ball, and that's going to be a rally killer. Second one. First, that's another double play, 2 down. I mean, you needed to get base runners. You got 1, but here's Chris Davis. Had a chance if he could have tied it in. Olsen got on. That's a ground ball off a Snell. He recovers, throws to first, and the inning's over. 7-inning stretch time here at the Herbert A. Country Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis. The score is still 3-0 Saints. For the 8, I mean, you're down by 3. Still, only 6 more outs to work with. 3-2 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on ball 4. On a 96-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. Well, they all out there until the 18th. Chris Davis hit a 2-run home run. That's all their runs. And then last year they only had 1 run, which was a sack fly by someone. That's about, I think it was a sack by Loriano, and then Semien scored. But they only had 1 run last year. They all out there and it was a sack fly, and they lost 5-1. And here they're down 3-0. On a RBI single by Mendel Sano in the first inning, or RBI single by 2-out RBI single by Mendel Sano, who's up right now in the bottom of the first inning, and a 2-run double by Jose Martinez in the bottom of the 4th. On the 4th, 1-2 count. That's a tap or foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a curveball that really got Sano off balance. And here comes Haniger, down and reaching, 2-2 count. Swing and a miss! And the inning's over. We ended the 8th. The A's down 3-0. Here we go. No action in either bullpen right now. Here's Pastrana. That's a ground ball to Lau. Throw to first. One down. Starting comparisons. 5 innings for Sean Maya, or 5 2/3. That's just Snell. 5 1/3. I mean, look at that. 12 hits for Maya. Sean Maya. 1 strikeout for Snell. 2 strikeouts, 5 hits only, and 3 runs, 3 runs for Sean Maya. And then no runs for Blake Snell. Here was Matt Chapman. 1 count. That's a ground ball, and that's nowhere near Choi, but he turned it down anywhere. Over to 9-3 is Hanader, but Choi is halfway between first and second. And they're starting to warm up Taylor Rogers in the bullpen. And they're to the count. That's a ground ball foul. I mean, Anderson was tied with Chapman for the lead in saves, 51 saves, with Chapman for the most saves in the AL and MLB. To the count. That's a line drive, and it's pinned over the diamond glove of Lloyd. Lau threw to second, he got him! And that was over the diamond glove of Lau, but throw to second by Hanader was in time, so it's a 9-6 fielder's choice because they threw to and then he threw to Gonzalez around center base. So Rogers warming up, and also Nick Anderson as well. So lefty and righty warming up. The lefty is Taylor Rogers, the righty is Nick Anderson. 1 count. That's a ground ball. That ball is passed. The dive in. Lau 2 on, 2 out. Time on the plate for the A's. Best chance of the game. Trying to at least get on the board, and for the top of the order too. Remember, 3 batters. And looks like they're all Brendan Rogers. So the runners on base are responsible of Snell. So he went 7 2/3. He's in line for the win. He can't get the loss, but he did no decision. No runs, but he could do 1 run, 1 in run, or 2 runs, 2 runs. Here's Rogers. Not sit. Oh yeah. 1 count. Swing and a miss on a sinker. Good pitch by Rogers. 24 saves, only 3 on with the Snakes though. First 21 with the Twins. 1-2 down. That's a fly ball foul. Time at the plate, but for the A's, you're not home run would be nice, but for the A's, at least get 1 here. 1-2 down. That's a ground right to Soto was protecting the line, and the inning's over. Or garden line. A's straight up pair of runners. Middle of 8, the score is still 3-0 Snakes. Here's Renfroe. That's a little nubber right to Olsen. Throw to Trevino, and he beat him to the bend, and he does beat Renfroe 1 down. There's Gonzalez. Remember the switch hitter, 1 for 3 at Sindel, and scored 1 of the 3 runs, or scored the 2nd run for the Snakes. I mean, they got 1 in the first, 2 in the 4th, no runs in the 5th, 6th, 7th, so far in the 8th, and hasn't been a run since. They've been shut out so far. It's a little nubber, excuse me, and it's fielded by Simeon, but the deer jump throw. It took too long to develop. It's infield Sindel. Here comes Choi, who's scored, I think, one of the runs. I think he scored the 2nd run. That's a line drive caught by Simeon, and he throws the 2nd, because I thought, here's Danilo, top the order follow. For the energy of his relievers in the yellow, had no one warm up in their bullpen. That's a ground ball foul. Albeit, it's not like the tie game or a 1 run. I mean, we need 3 in the 9th to come back. That's a little tapper back to Trevino. A's need 3 in the tie, 4 to take the the top of the line. And the 8, the score is the Snakes 3 and the A's 0. Here we go. And I'll leave Rogers out there. Obviously, he only faced what? Has he faced 3 people? I actually to figure out if he has. If I could, yeah, he has because I actually has faced 3 guys. Now I'll leave him out there trying to get the 4 out set. It's a ground ball, and he's got 2 out of the 4 outs. Halfway there, 1 down. For the A's, you have to avoid that setting out. Sorry, I skipped that. Here's Simeon. I mean, it's a harder lineup right now. foul ball. I mean, over the third straight wild card game, they scored a total of 3 runs in those. 2 in 2018, 1 in 2019, none so far in 2020. It's the ground ball to Choi, and the Snakes are 1 run away from moving on to the ALDS to play the New York Yankees. Obviously, I relocated and rebranded the Tampa Bay Rays. And the expansion team, their first year as an MLB team, they're 1 run away from moving on to the LDS. I mean, who knows? Who knew that they were going to make the playoffs, and who knew if they were in the wild card game or not? And obviously, we're in the wild card game, and who knew if they were, they're on win and move on to the LDS. I said, Rollins should do it, Sano. There! Throw the Choi in the space swing! And then move on to the ALDS to play the New York Yankees. As they shut out the A's 3-0 on an RBI single by Sano in the bottom of the first, and then a 2-run double by Jose Martinez in the bottom of the fourth. And no runs in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th. And there was no bottom of the 9th, obviously. No celebration either. But that's episode game 1 of the ALDS, and it's the Yankees in the Bronx. And that's episode after that. First elimination game for either team in the series, which will be game 3 or 4. That means it will be at the Metrodome, no matter if it's game 3 or 4, because it'll be the home team in game 3 or 4. We'll see the line score as Rogers gets a save. Anderson was warming up in the bullpen, that never came in now. There's one last letter line score. Top 2 hitters for the A's, Matt Chapman and Eric Simeon. Top 2 hitters for the Saints, Jose Martinez and Brandon Lau. Martinez the 2-run double. I'm not sure who's gonna. Sometimes you see the closer. I don't know. It's wrong. Sometimes you see the guy who had to save it. The pitcher had to save. That is the player of the game. But here is Blake Snell. Number 4 is starting pitcher for his team. The top player of the game for the AL wildcard game. That's Meadows on the left and Acedio on the right, who stared at him during his interview. And yeah, I'm not trying to be. I'm not biased or anything. No, I'm not. Clearly, they didn't score a run, but even if you threw it right down the middle, even if I went I've done that where I threw it right down the middle and I powered it. Doesn't mean it's always on a ton. You'll find the stats in a second. Blake Snell, it's the win. He moves to 1-0 in the postseason. Sean Manette, it's the loss. Blake Snell, it's the win. He moves to 1-0 in the postseason. Sean Manette, it's the loss. He falls to 0-1 in the postseason. And Taylor Rogers gets the save, his first of the postseason. So yeah, he's not actually a closer. Nick Anderson is, but I felt like they give the ball to him because you never know. Next year he could be the closer, because I think technically he is higher rated, and also he had a sub-1 whip in the regular season. I guess here at 0 as well. Chapman went 3 for 3 with it. Simeon 1 hit, 4, 5. They only had 7 hits. We had 13. But yeah, that's episode day 1 of the ALDS and NC in the Bronx. And the next episode after that will be first elimination game for either team in the series, which will be game 3 or 4. But either way, no matter which one it is, it will be at the Metrodome. Not sure game 1 of the next episode will be. It could be this weekend. That could be that 3rd video. It could be like postseason. Then it's like. This order, I'm not sure what order, but it'll be Face the Franchise and Postseason. And also, I do have to still play Game 3 of the NLCS. I might play it right now, I'm not sure. Well, I might flip on the hockey and it's on right now and then play that game, I'm not sure. When it plays the Rays in the World Series. But yeah, it'll be Postseason, Face the Franchise, and then some other video. I'm not sure what order it will be. I'm thinking maybe, I'm not sure, but the other 2 videos definitely will be Postseason and Face the Franchise, and if there's a 3rd one, it could be next episode of this, it could be my Road to the Show, maybe Star Forcer, busy in the playoffs, or my Austin Nunez NHL 20 expansion or franchise series, which is in the playoffs as well. Could be my Babe Ruth Road to the Show series. Really, could be anything. Really, it could be anything. It could be a video like NBA 2K20. So updated to next episode. Now, maybe Rocket League. I'm not sure. but definitely MLB Show 20 postseason, Game 1 of the World Series, and then face the franchise, which I'm in my senior year there. To play a regular season game in that, and then maybe the semifinal game, but I can't sim that one. I might sim part of that regular season game and Vinny J's senior year, and then play the entire semifinal game, just cut some of it out, and then we win the national championship game, and then the NFL Combine, and then the NFL Draft, and then we're in the NFL. Sorry I'm saying that forever, but school. I mean, last year it came out like, what, early August? I got, what, like 3 weeks before school started? For me, this year I only got 4 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then, I did the 3 episodes then, though, but yeah. But definitely episode 4 this weekend. And also, that third video could be my Dash C career mode series and my Dream of Panthers franchise, I'm not sure. So I am at that week 4 game, and it's the Pounders on Monday Football. And real life, the NFL starts a week from this Thursday. This Thursday, Texans versus the Chiefs in Arrowhead. So obviously the Chiefs last year's Super Bowl champion, last season's. And they just got their Super Bowl wins like, what, 5 days ago? A few days ago? But next time I close in the board, get episode delay. And by the way, if you don't comment below, because I have both controllers, I'm like biased. Technically, I'm not. But technically, even if I throw it right down the middle and power swing, I didn't do that. And also, on those sliders like Sano's where it hung, I put it on like the bottom line. He just missed his spot. I mean, I was putting it like on the bottom line, but instead it only went up a few inches. But I'm not biased, and it'll be both controllers for obviously the entire playoffs as well. I mean, I don't know. It'll be fun if we won a World Series, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen because because that's school, but because then obviously then we're on to Madden, and but MLB The Show won't die. Even if it's, I say, around Thanksgiving, I'll still do it. I won't die. And then obviously after the Super Bowl, like last year, I went crazy because I had to finish all these franchises for the show to complete a calendar year so I can pour it into this game. Alright, so by the way, you should leave a comment down below who do you think should be the MLB The Show 21 cover athlete. Alright, someone closing no board kit steps out the way. That's the question of the day, by the way. Who do you think will be the MLB The Show 21 cover athlete? I'm not sure who. I think it was Harper this year. It's what? Who is this year? It was Baez. Maybe I'm thinking like Marte. Well, maybe like a flashback player. Maybe like Tom Seaver. But the thing is, he's dead. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure, but could be anyone. But that's the question of the day. Who do you think that MLB Show 21 cover athlete will be? Oh, that's how I'm closing the board. Get tips of the live button. Subscribe if you have the entire mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know, I'm going to see you in episode number 10 of the Strike Rate Saints Relocation franchise series. See you in episode number 10! And eat a lot of bacon. And go Snakes.